Hello, everyone. I have a question for you to start today. Do you say the word interesting too much?
Well, that is a very direct question.
I ask because I noticed something about myself. Yesterday, I used the word interesting 5 times in just 1 hour.
Wow. 5 times is a lot.
Yes. A friend told me about a new restaurant. I said, that is interesting. He told me about a movie. I said, that is interesting. Then he lost his keys.
And let me guess.
You said.
I said, that is interesting.
Exactly.
I use it all the time. I use it when, I do not know what else to say. It is my safety word. But I feel like I am being boring.
You are definitely not alone in that. Many people use interesting as a safety word. It is a filler.
Yeah.
But today, we are going to fix that.
I am ready. What is our goal for this conversation?
Our goal is very simple. We want to help you learn better words, more precise words. We want to move beyond interesting.
That sounds great.
But we also want to go deeper than just vocabulary. We want to change how you listen. We want to teach you how to make people feel truly heard. Okay, so we have 2 main parts today. First, changing our vocabulary, using power words.
Right.
Second, changing how we listen, what you call active listening.
Yes. Because good communication is not just about speaking perfectly. It is about connecting with others.
Let us start with my bad habit. The word interesting. Why is it a problem? Is it a bad word?
It is not a bad word, but it is a lazy word.
Lazy. That hurts a little bit.
I mean, lazy in a language way. Think about it. If you say a movie was interesting, what does that actually mean?
I guess it means, well, I am not sure.
Exactly. Doesn't mean the movie was good. Doesn't mean it was strange. Did you like it or did you hate it?
I see your point. It is very vague. It does not have a clear meaning.
Right. It hides your real opinion. If you say his outfit was interesting, you might actually mean it was ugly.
That is true. I have definitely done that. So I need better options, especially for professional situations.
Let us look at some better alternatives. We will look at specific situations. Imagine you are watching a speech, or you are reading a book that is very, very exciting. You cannot stop looking at it. It holds your attention completely.
Interesting is too weak for that. What should I use?
The word is riveting.
Riveting.
Yes. Do you know what a rivet is?
Is it a tool?
Close. A rivet is a metal pin. It holds heavy things together tightly. You see rivets on ships or on airplanes. They hold the metal plates.
So if something is riveting, it holds your attention tightly.
Exactly. You cannot look away. You're attached to it.
That is a very strong image. So I could say the speech was riveting, or this book is absolutely riveting.
Yes. It is much stronger than interesting. It tells me you were excited. It tells me you were focused.
I really like that. Okay, what about a different situation?
Go ahead.
Sometimes things are interesting because they make me think. They challenge my ideas. Maybe it is a difficult question during a meeting at work.
For that, you want the word provocative.
Provocative? That sounds serious.
It comes from an old word meaning to call forth. It means something that stimulates you. It might even annoy you a little bit, but it makes you react.
So if my boss asks a hard question that makes us all think deeply, I can say, that is a provocative question.
Yes. Or if you see art that challenges your beliefs. It is a provocative piece of art. It is not just nice. It pushes you.
Okay. I have riveting for exciting things, provocative for things that make me think. What about when something is just, weird?
Weird is a good word, but it's very casual. In a professional setting, or if you want to be more precise, use the word peculiar.
Peculiar? I like the sound of that.
Peculiar means strange or unusual, but in a specific way. It often means something that stands out.
Can you give me an example of that?
Sure. Imagine you hear a noise in your car engine. You would not say, that is an interesting noise. You would say, that is a peculiar noise.
Because it does not belong there.
Right. Or if someone has a habit that is unique to them. You could say, he has a peculiar sense of humor. It paints a much more vivid picture than just interesting.
Got it. Peculiar is for strange things. Riveting is for exciting things. Provocative is for thinking things. Do you have one more?
I do. What if something is interesting because it is attractive? It pulls you in. It is tempting.
Maybe like a beautiful vacation spot or a delicious cake?
Yes. For that, use alluring.
Alluring.
It comes from the word lure. To lure means to attract or tempt. Think of fishing. You use a lure to catch a fish.
Ah, I see. So an alluring offer is trying to catch me.
In a good way.
Yeah.
So an alluring offer is an offer that is very hard to refuse.
That is a beautiful word. The job offer was alluring. It sounds much better than the job offer was interesting.
Much better. It tells us exactly why you liked it.
Okay, I am going to practice these. Riveting, provocative, peculiar, alluring. But there is another word I use too much.
Which one is that?
Surprised. I was surprised. It was surprising. I say it all the time.
Surprise is very common. Just like interesting, it loses its power if you use it too much.
So what do we do?
We can do better. We can use words that show the intensity of the surprise.
Intensity. You mean how strong the surprise is?
Exactly. Sometimes the surprise is small. Sometimes it is huge. Let us start with a big one. Imagine something happens that is very shocking. It feels like a physical hit.
Like getting bad news or seeing something impossible.
Yes, the word is stunned.
Stunned.
Think of a stun gun. It stops you. Being stunned means you are so shocked you cannot move or react immediately.
So if I hear that my favorite sports team lost the game 10-0, I might be stunned.
Yes. Or, I was stunned by the news. It implies a very heavy shock.
What if the surprise is lighter? Maybe just something unexpected, but not terrible.
A very elegant phrase is taken aback.
Taken aback. That sounds gentle.
It is gentle.
Yeah.
It describes that moment when you pause because something was not what you expected. Imagine you walk into a meeting and everyone is wearing costumes.
I would definitely be taken aback.
You are not hurt. You are not terrified. But you are paused. You are taken aback.
That is a very useful one for social situations. I was taken aback by his comment.
Perfect. Now, I have a fun one for you. This is for when you are completely shocked, speechless, and maybe a little confused.
I love fun words. What is it?
Flabbergasted.
Flabbergasted. That is a big word. Flabbergasted.
It is a wonderful word. It means you are so surprised you do not have words. You are just open-mouthed.
Can I use this at work?
You can, but it is very expressive. I was flabbergasted by the prices on the menu. It adds a lot of personality to your sentence.
I like it. Stunned is for heavy shock. Taken aback is for a gentle pause. Flabbergasted is for when I am speechless.
And we should not forget casual phrases. You mentioned you want to sound natural with your friends.
Yes. If my friend tells me he won the lottery, I cannot say I am taken aback. That sounds way too formal.
Correct. With friends, you want to show energy. You can say, no way.
No way. I use that one.
Or, holy cow.
Holy cow. That is a classic.
These casual phrases show immediate high energy that connects you with your friend's excitement.
No way. That is incredible.
Exactly. You are matching their emotion.
This is great. I feel like I have a brand new toolbox of words, but words are only half of the conversation, right?
That is right. You can use the best words in the world, but if you are not listening, you're not really communicating.
Let us move to part 2. Active listening. I have heard this term before, active listening. But what does it actually mean? Does it just mean staying quiet while the other person talks?
No, that is passive listening. Passive listening is just being a statue. Active listening is work. It is an action. It means focusing completely on the other person.
Focusing completely. That is hard to do. We have phones. We have our own thoughts. We are often thinking about what we want to say next.
That is the biggest mistake. Most people do not listen to understand. They listen to reply. They're just waiting for their turn to speak.
I am definitely guilty of that. I am planning my answer while they're still talking.
Active listening means you stop planning. You look at the person. You give them your full attention. Let's talk about how to look like a good listener first. The nonverbal cues.
Nonverbal. So, body language.
Yes. It starts with the eyes. Eye contact.
That makes total sense. If I'm looking at my phone, I am not listening.
Correct. Look at their eyes. You do not have to stare like a robot, but keep your focus on their face.
What else?
Nod your head.
Just a simple nod.
Yes. A nod says, I am with you. I understand. Keep going. It is a small movement, but it is very powerful.
And I assume smiling helps.
If the story is happy, yes. Smile.
Yeah.
Match their face. If they look sad, you look concerned. Mirror their expression.
What about my body? My arms?
Keep your body open. Do not cross your arms.
Why not? I mean, I cross my arms when I am cold or just comfortable.
In body language psychology, crossed arms can look defensive. It looks like you are closing yourself off. It creates a physical wall. Uncross your arms. Lean in slightly. It shows interest.
Okay. Eye contact. Nod. Smile. Open body. I can do that. But what do I actually say?
This is where the verbal techniques come in. The most important technique is called paraphrasing.
Paraphrasing. That means saying it again, right?
Yes, it means saying the speaker's idea back to them, but in your own words.
Why would I do that? They just said it.
2 reasons. First, it checks that you understood them correctly. Second, It proves to them that you are listening. It makes them feel validated.
Can you give me a key phrase to start?
A great phrase is, what I hear you saying is.
What I hear you saying is...
Or, so you mean that.
Let us try an example. Imagine a friend says to me, I am so tired of my job. My boss sends me emails at midnight. I never get to rest.
Okay. Do not just say, that is interesting. Paraphrase it.
I could say, so you mean that you feel overworked and you need a break?
Perfect. You did not just repeat their exact words. You summarized the feeling. You said you need a break.
And the friend would probably say, yes, exactly.
In that moment, that yes, that is connection. That is trust building.
I see. It shows I understood the core problem.
There's another technique that goes with this. It is called guess the emotion.
Guess the emotion, like a game.
Sort of.
Mm-hmm.
When you listen, do not just listen to the facts, listen to the voice. Is the person sad, excited, frustrated, worried?
Okay, and then what do I do?
Then say it out loud. Label the emotion.
So if my friend is talking about the midnight emails, he sounds angry or tired.
So you say, that sounds frustrating. Or that sounds exhausting.
That sounds frustrating.
When you do this, you are validating their feelings. You are saying, I see your pain.
That feels very supportive.
It is.
Yeah.
Think about a positive example.
Yeah.
Your colleague tells you, I finally finished the big project. I submitted it today.
They sound happy, relieved. So I say, that sounds exciting, or you must be relieved.
Exactly. It is much better than just saying, good job. It connects on an emotional level.
This is really helpful. What I hear is for the facts. That sounds for the feelings.
Yes. These are the tools of an active listener. But sometimes the conversation just stops. You paraphrase, you validate, and then there is silence.
Yes, the awkward silence. How do I keep the conversation going?
You need to ask better questions. This brings us to part 3, asking better questions.
I usually just ask, did you like it? Or was it good?
Those are called closed-ended questions.
Closed-ended.
It means the answer is closed. It is usually just yes or no.
Did you like the meeting? The answer is yes. Conversation over.
Exactly. It kills the conversation. You want open-ended questions.
Open-ended. So the answer cannot be yes or no.
Right. These questions usually start with what, how, or why.
What, how, why?
Instead of, did you like the meeting? Try, what did you think about the meeting?
What did you think about the meeting? Now they have to give an opinion. They have to explain.
Yes. Instead of, did you have a good weekend? Try, how was your weekend? Or, what did you do this weekend?
It seems so simple, just changing the first word.
It is simple, but it changes everything. It invites a story.
But I have to be careful with why, right?
You're very perceptive.
Yes.
Why can be tricky.
If I say, why did you do that? It sounds aggressive, like I am blaming them.
It sounds accusatory. Why are you late? Why is this report wrong? It puts people on the defensive.
So how do we ask why without sounding mean?
There's a magic phrase for this. It is very useful. The phrase is, help me understand.
Help me understand.
This is a beautiful phrase.
Yeah.
It is polite. It is humble. It invites collaboration.
So instead of saying, why did you choose this color? I say, help me understand your thinking on this color.
Yes. Do you hear the difference?
It sounds much softer. It sounds like I really want to know, not that I'm judging.
Exactly. It is very useful when you disagree with someone.
I disagree.
Yes. If you disagree, do not say, you are wrong. Say, help me understand why you think that, or help me understand your perspective.
That keeps the conversation friendly. It stops a fight before it starts.
It creates a bridge instead of a wall.
Help me understand. I am remembering that one. That is a power phrase.
It leads us nicely into our final section, part 4. Intellectual humility and trust.
Intellectual humility. That sounds like a big concept. What does it mean?
It means admitting that you are not perfect. It means admitting you do not know everything.
But wait, I want to look smart, especially at work. If I say I do not know, will people think I'm not smart?
Actually, the opposite is true. Truly intelligent people are the first to admit when they do not know something.
Really?
Yes, because it shows honesty. It shows confidence. Only insecure people pretend to know everything.
That is a relief. So, how do I say I do not know in a smart way?
One great phrase is, I could be wrong, but.
I could be wrong, but.
This phrase is powerful. It allows you to share your opinion, but it shows you're open to correction.
I could be wrong, but I think the meeting is at 2 p.m.
It is safer than saying the meeting is at 2 p.m. If you are wrong, you look bad. If you say I could be wrong, you look careful.
I like that. What if I really have no idea? Someone asks me about a complex topic and my mind is blank.
Be honest. Use the phrase, I do not know enough to have a strong opinion.
I do not know enough to have a strong opinion. That sounds very professional.
It is. It says, I am smart enough to know that I need more information.
It is much better than guessing and being wrong.
And it builds trust. When you eventually do say something, people will believe you because they know you only speak when you are sure.
That makes perfect sense. It builds a reputation for honesty.
This connects to a concept called psychological safety.
Psychological safety. We briefly touched on this earlier.
It means creating an environment where people feel safe to speak up. They feel safe to make mistakes. They feel safe to say, I do not know.
How can we build that?
By listening actively, by asking, help me understand, by admitting our own mistakes, and by inviting others to speak.
Inviting others.
Yes, if you're in a group and someone is quiet, ask them gently. I would love to hear your perspective.
I would love to hear your perspective. That is very nice. It makes them feel valued.
And it shows you are a leader. You are looking out for the team.
We have covered so much today. I feel like I need to summarize this to remember it all.
Let us do a quick recap.
Okay. First, we talked about vocabulary. We are stopping the lazy use of interesting.
Instead, use precise words. Riveting for exciting things. Provocative for things that make you think. Peculiar for strange things. Alluring for attractive things.
And for surprised, we have stunned, which is shocked. Taken aback, which is a gentle surprise. And flabbergasted, for when you are speechless. And no way for friends.
Then we talked about active listening. It's about focus, eye contact, nodding, keeping your body open.
And the verbal techniques. Paraphrasing, what I hear is, and guessing the emotion. That sounds frustrating.
Then asking better questions. Avoid yes or no questions. Use open-ended questions with what and how.
And the magic phrase? Help me understand.
Finally, be humble. Use phrases like, I could be wrong, but, or I do not know enough to have a strong opinion.
That is a very powerful toolkit. I feel more confident already.
You should. These are small changes, but they have a huge impact on your life.
So what is the challenge for our listeners this week?
I have a small homework assignment for you. In your next conversation, maybe today or tomorrow, try to use just one new word. Maybe use peculiar instead of weird.
That is easy enough.
And try to ask one open-ended question. Instead of, did you have a good lunch? Ask, what did you have for lunch?
I can definitely do that. I hope you can too, listeners.
Small steps lead to big changes in communication.
Before we go, do you have a final thought for us to explore on our own?
I do. Think about this. What if listening actively does not just change the conversation? What if true listening actually changes how the other person thinks about themselves?
Wow. That is something to think about. Thank you for helping me understand all of this today.
It was my pleasure. It was a very riveting conversation.
Thank you all for listening. We will see you next time.